should be live. Fingers crossed. Are we live? Are we live? I don't know. I think so. I cannot see comments currently. One moment. Wow, that's really helpful. Okay, I can see people are hearting things. So hello, everybody. I'm just going to fight with the live stream a moment so I can see comments. Oh, thank goodness. There we go. There is the comment section. If I click on unmute me, do I need to click on me? I think we're fine. I think we're fine. Can everyone hear me okay? How is everybody? Technology, my goodness. Good morning. It's good evening where I am. But I hope you have a beautiful morning. Hi, everybody. Hello. So I am just going to move things around a second so I can see myself in real time and the comment section. I know it's a whole process. I've been fighting with technology for the last 10 minutes to get it to stream to Facebook as well. So we're slightly late, but hello. How is everybody? How is everyone doing? I have big news and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny. When a girl walks in with an itty bitty waist and a round thing in your face, you get Songs of Shades. I'm super stoked to announce the third Songs of Shades book from moi. And without further ado, here it is. Oh, it's so shiny. Oh, it's so beautiful. Of course, with a gorgeous cover art from the wonderful Molly Roberts, once again. This time, the camera isn't picking up really well because it's super bright in here. But there's a green, oh, that's not too bad. There's a beautiful green, sort of ethereal, slightly spooky vibe to this one. And the reason is because there's a whole lot of babe in this book, a whole lot of babe. So I'm super excited. If you don't know about Songs of Shades, there are 2 volumes already, and these are my books which I personally create and edit and publish through a publishing availability thing. Super English, great, well done, Joey. That's super sells you like an author. You know the thing. This is an author thing, right? Like when we're writing, we're in the mood, those big, beautiful words, and then we're trying to talk, and it's like the thingy McThing. If anybody else has that, please let me know, because I certainly do. So Songs of Shades Volume 3. So it's nice and dark and black. I actually changed the image on the background to a more modern one, but there's a few different things with regards to this book this time around. Shall we have a sneaky picky? Shall we have a sneaky picky? Shall we have a sneaky picky? I'm gonna find, oh well, that was a good one to open on. I might even read 1 or 2 to you guys, but this time round there is imagery. So look at this. Oh yes, it's not focusing very well, but yeah, look at it. Oh, all the shinies, and a lot of the images are quite death orientated, because you know, babe. I am going to read a few bits and pieces, and I've just been told I need to read the main one with this beautiful, look at this beauty, look at that. Is that not perfect? Oh. Right, so Calling Nemain. Naman. I'm probably pronouncing that completely wrong. Probably have some people telling me off later, but there you go. I am the frenzy, I am the fury, I will fell all the unworthy. This time Songs of Shades has teeth, I am telling you. There's a lot of death energy in this beautiful book. There is a lot of babe. And I will say, right at the beginning, I should have started here. I should have started at the beginning, and you know, the normal place to start if you're a normal human being, but I'm not. I'm like, crazy brains over here, brains over there, brains a chaos Virgo, brain has so much to tell you. Start at the beginning, Joey. It might help. So the dedication this time around, I really want to read to you guys. For all the kind souls in the community whose hands caught me when I fell. I have dedicated Songs of Shades 3 to the community in general. The other books have specific dedications, but for this third, and 3 being the goddess number of life, death, and rebirth, and being sacred for the Celtic tradition in particular, with, you know, the Triskel, the Triquetra, Earth, Sea, and Sky. It's a big part of Celtic tradition, and life, death, and rebirth. And so for this 3rd edition, I really wanted to dedicate it to you guys, to all of you guys, because just over a year ago, I underwent one of the scariest periods of transition in my life. I was staring homelessness down the barrel of a gun due to unpleasantness, shall we say, from where I was at and who I was with. And due to the community came out in droves in such a way that it restored my hope in a way I can't even still fully explain to you guys. You gave me back my life, and the least I can do is dedicate this book of prophetic, goddess-based and God-based poems and channeled poetry, prophetic poetry and rituals and spell work to the community who stood behind me and said, we won't let you fall down. We won't let you cease to be. And that was a massive moment of death for me, a massive moment of rebirth for me, transition, all of those incredible energies. And as such, I wanted to dedicate this book, with which I am, as always, completely proud, to you guys, to the community. And it's a thank you right there in print. Thank you to everybody. You're not going to see because the glare, I've turned lights off and everything, but the glaring is real. So let's read a couple, shall we? Let's read a couple. Oh, I will also mention, because this this is going up for pre-order very, very soon, and I am going to put an offer on the store for all 3. So if you don't have any of them, I'm going to put an offer up for all 3, which would be slightly less than buying them all separately. If people desperately want 2 and 3 or something like that as well, just let me know and I'll figure that out for you guys too. But, you know, Virgos can't make themselves enough work. So what shall we have? What shall we read? I will point out that there are all brand new rituals in here. So you have Ritual of the War Cry is in the warrior section. If you haven't read, that's probably another good place to start. If you haven't read any of the others, the poems, I'm using the word loosely, the poems, the spell work, the channeling, the dark goddess honoring is split up into different sections. So there is songs of the warrior, songs of the healer, songs of the priestess, songs of the shapeshifter, songs of the phantom, which, you know, Bave, and the death section, songs of the witches. And have I remembered them all? I think so. Yes, we've remembered them all. Good to know. My brain doesn't work very well with regards to memory, so sometimes, you know, it takes me a hot minute. So let's see. And I'm hoping very much so that this is going to get across the energy of Bave in particular. It's been a very Bave-centered year for me. Bave, if you're looking at me blankly, is the crone, quote unquote, aspect of the Morrigan, or face of the Morrigan. She is the banshee scream. She is death. She is spectral. She is the aspect of the Morrigan that I work with the most. So we could have Hearken. Let's have Hearken. I don't think anybody has read Hearken yet. There are ones in here that you have never heard before, so we're gonna read some. So Hearken. I feel like a weird school teacher, like, let's read together, class. Oh gosh, that sounded so posh. Okay. Hearken. not for your average school children. I'll point out right now before YouTube even plays that. Joey said the C word. Goddamn. Okay, this is adult content for when it goes back on. So, hearken. For I am the death crow, pale in the shadows, beckoning. Hearken, for I am the bloody death that awaits on the battlefield whistling. Hearken, for I am the wailing she that calls for your end, prophesizing. Hearken, for I am the Morrigan, singing to the marrow of your soul. So it is very, very brave. And in fact, we have a ritual to honor the goddess Bave, the way that I perceive to be with honor. I am going to just grit my teeth about certain things that have come to light recently about not treating Bave with honor, or Morrigan with honor. So I have completed a ritual to honor the goddess Bave as I would perform it. But I have made it accessible because I feel like the rituals in Songs of Shades are meant to be doable. You don't need to have all the tools to do them. You don't need to be, you know, timing it to midnight on the 13th night of the 8th month, and that's the only time you can do it between the signs of Scorpio and Sagittarius. Like, no, it's not like that. It's accessible on purpose, so people can do that whenever they like, and with, you know, it's as always, it's a guideline. So the death songs are quite strong this time. There's also a ritual for feeding the dead. I'm digging the images in this one. The healing ones are quite powerful this time around as well. I mean, I'm not going to say they're ever not powerful, because they all are to me. They come from my soul. It's soul speech. That's what it is. It's not poetry. It's soul speech, baby. Soul speech poetry. But the healing, it's obviously been a year of very raw healing for me, and death and rebirth. So there's a lot of deep. And I think we'll read Dark and Beautiful Queen. This is dedicated to Chris Ashburn, which is why it was originally written. Brain, come on. Dark and Beautiful Queen. Oh, dark and beautiful queen, I cannot convince you that you are worth more than the lashings of tongues which seek to scale your flesh, more than the pinprick of your own inner critic that slides that sharp metal point under your ribs till the membrane leaks out. As all ink fades on the page and you barely remember your marks, for every balm I seek to place there merely stings, searing truth into vacuous spaces, murmuring of the underneaths and the beneaths, those depths to which we plummet, hurtling head first in solidarity, in earnest seeking. I will hold up a mirror, lined and cracked with salt and age, but shining nonetheless with all of your power. See, I ask you. See beyond what they have taught you, how they have caved into their designs and made yourself a small shelter which is not your home. Burn bright with the weirdness that inks itself into your skin and cries forth a banshee's lament. For we stand here for the hurting, for the broken, for the lost. You are not alone, and we shall not be afraid. So then we're moving in, and we've got some more rituals. We've got some rituals of Silver Burke. Burke, feed me. Don't you open that trap door, 'cause there's Joey down there. Whoa, whoa. Points if you understand that reference. If not, I'm sorry. I know I sound like a crazy person, but there you go. There is the ritual of the silver birch in here, which I created for cleansing, and I was super, 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 super proud of it. And so it went in at the last minute. So, you know, there are a lot of ritual works in here. I think we'll read one more. Ooh, shall we do? Right, we're gonna have a poll. You can have Medusa, Circe, or Boadicea. Go. What do we want? What do you want? Oh, what do you like? What do you want? You can have Medusa, Boadicea, or Circe. Come on, come on. Interact with me. Talk to me. Don't leave crazy out here on her own. It's also possible that the comment section isn't updating, because that happened to me last time. I can see the comments from a little while ago, but Circe. Right. Molly has it. Okay. Hail to Circe, the light on the ocean, the flash of insight, of knowing. Hail to Circe, lady of the beasts that howl and the men that cower. Hail to Circe, guardian of ancient libation and ritual of the hearth. Hail to Circe, she who moves the spirits of the land and sea. Hail to Circe, whose weirdness captures the minds of men, whose magic shifts the world, whose temperament is a churning wave, whose stewardship is island made. Hail to Circe, may she whisper to me of unseen secrets in the tongue of howling beasts. So there we go. We have some, I'm going to read out I'm not going to read out all the poems, but I'm going to read out which songs of priestesses are in here, because I know some people are very keen to know which goddesses are invoked in particular volumes, and it changes. So in Songs of Shades 3, we have a new invocation for Lilith, an invocation for Kor, Persephone, invocation, as I said, Medusa, Circe, and Boadicea, a new one for Freya, a new one for Hecate, Dark Goddess in general, Dark Goddess Rising in general, and Kali. Now, anybody who's like, Joey, where's all the Morrigan? The Morrigan's in the whole thing. So like Babe is in all the Phantom section. She's in some of the healing section. There's Morrigan in the warrior section. There's a whole lot of Morrigan. It's mostly Morrigan. Mostly Morrigan. That sounds like a really weird advert. Mostly Morrigan. Songs of Shades. Thank you. I'm glad my voice is soothing, seeing as I feel like a crazy person. But those are the goddesses, or facets of goddess, depending on how you feel about the Circe, Boadicea. Are they demigoddesses? Are they archetypes through which goddess shines through? It's up to you. But they're in here. And then you have the shape-shifting. The shape-shifting is really nice. I found a beautiful image, a beautiful free image for Moonbear. I was like through the roof. I'm going to show it you actually. So Moonbear is one in the shapeshifting section as a poem for shapeshifting into bear, and then there's the free image that I found. I was super stoked. So there is a fair bit of imagery in here, and then as always at the end you have sections to make notes, so you can use the back if you want to write in there. If you don't, because you're a Virgo or Virgo associates, you don't have to, but it is there available for you guys. So Songs of Shades 3 is here. It's ready. I'm so proud of it. I couldn't have done it without all of your guys' support. I wouldn't be here still without all of your guys' support, which is why it's dedicated to the community. It's a bit like a love poem to this year, to the community, to my healing process and all the stages of that, and I hope that the poetry helps, heals, connects people, which is why I do it. And I hope the rituals or spells or whichever parts really speak to you, make you feel as connected as that moment of connection made me feel. And it's kind of trying to transcribe that feeling of hope and thankfulness into a spell book. Does it make sense? Who knows? I think so. I hope so. Thank you guys who joined me live. And if you don't know, just in case anyone doesn't know, I sell these exclusively on starryeyesupplies.com. You can find these soon. I will probably do a little bit more like picture taking and teasing, and then they'll go live. I will say that I have a couple of interviews coming up with a very special lady, Wink. She's one of my favorite people in the whole wide world, and we're going to be talking the performance art and other good things, because there's going to be more than one chitty chat, I think. And we're going to be talking about this and other things, and I can't wait for that. So that's a little bit of a sneak peek to come. Yes, and you will be able to get all three together at a very slightly discounted price than if you ordered all three separately. I think that's all. I don't have an exact date of it going live. It will be this week. I need to take pictures and do all the editing bit, and I'm also doing all the working behind the scenes, and I'm running around like a crazy person trying to get everything done. But it will be done. They will be up. They will basically be up for pre-order, and once I have the first kind of volume of how many to order from the publishing house, I'll put that through, and as soon as they come to me, they will go straight out. I do have one because I had to get two, because this one is my copy, as you can tell by the great big "my copy" written in the front, because that wasn't edited correctly, and so this one is. So I do have this one. And as always, if you guys want anything, like want it signed, because some people do want it signed, you can just leave a note on store going, "Please sign it, Dory," and I'll go, "Oh my God, I'm famous." Not really, but I always have a moment of, "Oh, that's so nice," when people say that. People are messaging me, because of course they are, because the minute you go live, it's been silent for the last hour. Bing. Cool. I think that's all the information you guys need, I think. If I'm trying to Virgo around it, but like, if there's anything else, just leave me a message, send me a message on the Facebook, or when this goes up on YouTube, on the YouTubes. As always, YouTube, this is not kids content. I think that's it. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you guys for supporting me as always. I'm thankful to all of you in a way that I maybe don't express enough, but I always feel, and I just wanted to send some big love out for everybody, because without you guys this wouldn't have been possible. So thank you so much. Many blessings. Stay fluxy. See you guys soon. And yeah, and now I have to make sure the technology stops working, so that bit should be fine. Many blessings, guys.